people, I would like to welcome you again to the Jewels and Pearls Ladies channel. My name is Blessing Owama and I sincerely want to welcome you here. Thank you for joining us. Well, today we are continuing our series on body changes, and the first body change we are going to be talking about is breast enlargement for young ladies. Now, coming into puberty, think of a girl just clocked 13, for example, and say she's in, let's say GSS 2 or GSS 3, or as the case may be, may differ from child to child, from person to person. And then she has heard a lot from her friends, from parents, from the TV, from movies. She has heard a lot about changes that can happen in puberty, which is the teenage years. And then one day she begins to see her friends, their breasts are enlarged and all of that, and she begins to look at them funny. Why are you looking like that? Why is your breast big? You know, it's a novelty, something new. She has never experienced it before, and all of a sudden her classmate is looking different on the bust side, and she's like, are you not the one I used to know? You know, and those changes begin to happen. So we're going to talk about breast enlargement. Number one, under timing. Number one, timing. Now she begins to wonder, this person's breast is coming out, that person's breast is coming out, why is my own not coming out? But you know what? Timing differs. For some people, they may begin to experience breast enlargement from 10, some from 11, some from 12, some from 15. So it differs from person to person, because a lot of things come into play: genetics, hormones, and all of that. A lot of things come into play. So you cannot judge yours by your friends, because you don't have the same genetics, you don't have the same makeup. The way your hormone is wired may not be wired the same way in your friend. So it may even be you started first. You began to see your breast becoming enlarged. You know, comes with a small lump at first, before you know it's enlarging and all of that. It differs from person to person, and you need to understand that the timing differs. So do not compare yourself with your friend or neighbor. Just know that we are all on a journey, and everybody will get there eventually. So don't be pressured with the time. Don't be pressured. Even if all your friends have and you don't have yet, don't be pressured. It will certainly come. It's natural. It will come in its own time. So now that's for timing. Number two, let's talk about size. Now, some girls are really worked up on the size. Some would feel, why is my own so big? Or why is my own so small? Or why is my own not as big as? You know, they begin to compare notes. Okay, even though my own has come out, is smaller than, or is bigger than, it still boils down to the same thing: genetics and hormones. If your mother has a big one, most definitely you have a big one. If your mother had a small one, usually you will have a small one. Of course, there can be also other factors that can affect it, but those are the major factors. So do not be worried if yours is small. Don't let them tease you in school or in your home environment, and they say, oh, so small, are you sure you ever be able to breastfeed a child? Don't let them tease you and say, oh, so big, do you want to feed the whole nation? Don't let them tease you. No, it's natural. Big or small, what matters is functionality. Whether it's big, it's going to be functional. Whether it's small, it's going to be functional. Do not worry. The size really does not matter. So don't let your fellow girls in school put you under pressure. Don't let those girls in cliques, don't let them put you under pressure. No, not necessary. Enjoy who you are. Enjoy your body the way it is. Some will have small, some will have big, some will have average. God is a God of variety. How many of you have seen that? How many of you have noticed that all over the world there are varieties of plants, varieties of flowers, different color, size, shape, different. So God is a God of variety. So don't be perplexed, or don't be put under pressure because yours is smaller, or yours is way bigger. In fact, we found that some girls that have very big breasts are ashamed and embarrassed in the presence of their peers. But that shouldn't be so. Embrace it. God gave you a big one. Embrace it. Don't try to wear things that will tighten up and make it look small and be uncomfortable and you're not breathing well. Wear what you need to wear, but in all of this, enjoy it. Embrace who you are. Embrace the kind of breast God has given you. Do not feel pressured by anyone to do something, something artificial. Some people will recommend creams to enlarge the breast. Oh, be rubbing it to enlarge. You are a teenager or you are a young person. You don't need enlargement. Enjoy what you have and rock it. Look good with what you have. Know what you have, then wear something that works for what you have so that you are comfortable. Do not be pressured to do something that is not right. Okay, the third point on breast enlargement would be knowing what to do. Now, this young lady comes back from school and notices that, here is no longer flat anymore. My bust is no longer flat anymore. What does she need to do? Simple. Discuss with a guardian or a parent, particularly a female one. Tell them about it. Oh, this is what I noticed. Some may laugh at you, some may encourage you, some may just make jokes out of it, but don't be discouraged. Talk to someone, talk to an adult around you, a female one particularly, unless if you don't have a female around you. Look for a female you can discuss it with and say, you know what, mommy, see what happened to me today, or see what I'm noticing in my body, or when I wore that dress, it seemed as if my nipple was showing. When you talk about such things, your parents or guardians or that auntie around you will be able to guide you. Now, what do you need to do? After telling them, they may get you something like a we used to call it in my days a bra top. It's not necessarily a full bra, but a bra top such that it starts from here and ends just immediately after the bust, and just firm enough to cover the breast so that it's not falling below your breast and at the same time falling below your bust, and at the same time your nipples are not standing out for everybody to see. So it helps. So you can tell them to get you a bra top or a flexible, easy bra, not something so tight, nothing like that. Just something comfortable so that the nipples are not showing to attract unnecessary attention, or so that you are not uncomfortable as you move around. So definitely let someone know, a female guardian or parent or auntie, someone in your environment you can trust, you're comfortable with. Talk to them about it, and then we take it from there. Really and truly, do not be embarrassed about this stage. It is natural. Every woman you see now, every woman went through that phase. Every single woman went through that phase. Nothing to be embarrassed about, because it's part of your journey to womanhood. So I encourage you, enjoy what you have. Enjoy the size. Do not be afraid of the timing. Do not be embarrassed to talk to your parent or guardian about it. And you'll find that teenagehood is not so bad. Not so bad. So thank you so much for watching. I'd like to encourage you to like, share, and subscribe.